Yes fellas, we are back with another video. In today's video I'm talking about my dating and my love life, so this should be quite an interesting one. Subscribe to my channel if you're interested in hearing me talk shit about my own life. But yeah, let's get into the video. So obviously the title of the video is that I'm no longer interested in dating or being in a relationship. And I'm going to get into why that's the case in today's video. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dean-Bryson. I'm a men's confidence coach living here in Cambridge, UK. And the main reason that I wanted to talk about this topic is because I know a lot of you guys out there are single but are really desperately wanting to be in a relationship. And I want to talk a little bit about like the pros and cons of being single versus being in a relationship, and why you probably shouldn't want to be in a relationship right now, and that's what I'm going to get into. Okay, so in the last 6 months or so, I've really put myself out there a lot more than what I normally would. I've never been a massive fan of dating apps, of Tinder and all the rest of it. Firstly, because I think Tinder, even if you're an attractive guy, it's very difficult to get high quality matches. And even if you do, a lot of the girls on there don't actually want to meet up, and it's a big waste of time really. Now obviously there are guys that are very successful on Tinder that have learned how to use it and master it. But quite honestly, you know, I think it's better to meet girls in person. I much prefer the vibe when I'm in person, and I feel a lot more confident in, gaining her attraction, gaining her interest when in person. I don't really like texting because you can't see someone else's body language. You can't really see how someone is responding to you in a physical sort of way, and I'm quite a physical kind of person, so I much prefer to talk to girls in person. But anyway, so yeah, I've gone out there, I've dated a lot more in the last 6 months, had a few casual hookups, but quite honestly what I've realised through just dating, through girls shit testing me, through me not really passing those tests particularly well, and I've learned a lot about myself in the last 6 months just through putting myself out there more. I've learned I'm not really ready to be in a relationship right now. Firstly, because my business and my financial life is not where I want it to be. Currently, right now, I'm living in a shared house. I'm nearly 30 years old. I want to be financially independent, financially free. I want to have my own place, not only for like bringing girls back and stuff like that, but also, you know, just for having a sense of freedom, knowing that I can create content whenever I want, like I can do exactly whatever I want. And obviously I can't do that in a shared house. I do have to be slightly considerate of my housemates and other people. They're probably getting annoyed at the fact I'm posting videos all the time, for example, and speaking really loud, but can't really help that too much. I know you guys need to hear my amazing videos. But yeah, so that's the first reason, is obviously because I want to move out, I want to be financially free, I want to focus on my business. And I know for myself that I get distracted very easily. And if I'm dating girls, if I'm sleeping with girls, I'll probably lose the desire to actually take my business seriously and take it to the next level, which is why I'm trying to limit that as a distraction. Now that's not to say like if the opportunity comes to get with a girl or to go for a drink with a girl, if she asks me, for example, then obviously yeah, I'm going to go for it. But I'm not going out of my way to chase those opportunities, and I'm certainly not going dating with the intention of getting into a relationship with someone, because for me relationships require investment, they require attention, they require energy, and quite frankly I haven't got that much of that to give at the moment. As I've said, I'm a confidence coach online, but I'm also a personal trainer, so a lot of my life is devoted towards improving other people's lives, helping other people, and I don't have the energy really to be in a relationship. And I know that a lot of girls generally need that energy, need that attention, to make them feel safe in a relationship. And I think this is particularly the case when you are, a higher value man. I have a lot of confidence, confidence in my image, in my style, in just generally being able to express myself and express my truth, not caring too much about other people's opinions of me and judging me. Obviously, I'm a personal trainer as well, so I'm in a position of power and authority there. My Instagram is over 10k followers. I'm posting YouTube videos. Now, I'm not like bragging about all of this stuff, like it is what it is, but I know that girls will look at me and think, right, this guy is like probably a bit of a player. He can get girls when he wants, like he receives a lot of attention. And because of that, like, girls will constantly try to shit test you, particularly if you get yourself into situations where you're seeing girls, where you're like dating and all the rest of it. If you're a high value man, there's going to be a lot of shit testing going on. And again, that requires a lot of energy, like that kind of messes with my head a little bit. I think partly because I'm quite sensitive to mind games, but also because I've had like some heartbreaks in the past where there's been a lot of those sort of mind games going on, and it triggers me a little bit emotionally. And then I spend a lot of my time focusing on these mind games and not enough of my time focusing on my business and moving ahead. Hence why it's a little bit of a distraction. I'm also a big believer in a relationship, that you should be able to commit fully, that you need to invest fully. And if you aren't able to do that, if you're kind of going into a relationship half-hearted, then I think it's kind of disrespectful, not only to yourself, but to the other person that you're going to go into a relationship with. So if you feel like you're not 100% ready to be in a relationship, then I recommend, that you work on yourself, you work on your, your appearance, you get yourself into the gym, you focus on your style, your image, you improve your financial situation, your business life, like your career, whatever it is. You work on your communication skills, like still go out there, talk to girls and all the rest of it, but, keep it casual. Don't promise the world if you're not like ready and willing to provide it. So those would be my tips, my advice if you are looking for a relationship, but you actually don't feel like you are worthy of a relationship, because a lot of you guys out there, and I know for a fact that you will probably feel like that you don't deserve to be in a relationship. And that's part of the issue. You need to increase your value, and when you have increased your value, you actually realize that being in a relationship is not all it's cracked up to be. There's a lot of girls that are in relationships, that are looking around other guys thinking, I wish I could be with him, he's really attractive, or he's got a lot of confidence, a lot of style, a lot about him. I see this all the time in the gym when I'm, when I'm working in the gyms, getting, a lot of attention from girls. A lot of the girls have got boyfriends, and what you'll realise is that once you get into a relationship, that a lot of female behaviour is quite disrespectful. Okay, and if you're a high value guy as well, and you're getting a lot of attention from girls, then it's going to be very, very difficult for you to settle and commit to just one girl, especially if you haven't really had much sexual experience, you haven't played the field much. And that's true for me as well. Like, I didn't have much success with women when I was young. When I was at university, for example, a lot of my mates, they were, hooking up quite regularly. I didn't have I had a few sexual experiences, but not anything compared to them. I had very low confidence, and I didn't like my appearance. I didn't feel like I looked very masculine or manly or sexy. Obviously that's changed in the last couple of years after kind of working on my body, changing my appearance, and obviously aging as well is a big factor in that. When you are young, you look young, and everyone goes through, puberty at different times, different rates. I was a bit of a late bloomer, so I always looked very young, and I always kind of felt a little bit insecure about that. So I wasn't particularly successful with girls and with women. But now, obviously, I'm more on my physical, my sexual peak. I will know that if I don't capitalize on these years where I have freedom, I have independence, I have, I'm trying to build my finances, my business. I'm posting like content on social media. I have a lot of time and energy to invest into myself right now, and I would regret it if I was to get into a relationship right now, to commit to someone and throw away all of that freedom and independence. That doesn't mean to say that I'm never going to be in a relationship, but I want to make the most of the good years that I've got available. So yeah, that's a little bit about my dating, my love life going forward. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one.